The thing that is interesting, Maureen, is that these changes, because we're talking about brain health,
Mm-hmm.
and when you have chronic pain, the longer you've had chronic pain, we actually see different parts of the brain start to shrink.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the prefrontal cortex, or the frontal part of your brain,
Right.
which is responsible for decision making,
Mm-hmm.
which is responsible for your memory, which is responsible for how you affect your mood or how your mood is controlled, that part of the brain actually starts to shrink.
Mm-hmm.
So very similar in what we see in things like dementia and Alzheimer's, those parts of the brain start to shrink.
Right.
However, when we start to look at the coping ability of someone, when we start to look at the belief system of someone, when we start to treat them naturally with things like mindfulness-based pain reduction and certain types of psychologically informed interventions, that part of the brain actually starts to build itself back up as far as the thickness goes, so the thickness of the cortex,
Yep.
and then the connections actually start to return. So we're seeing a lot of parallels between a brain that's had chronic pain and someone who's, let's say, elderly who has Alzheimer's. There are a lot of different parallels there, and really treating things on a psychological level and working on the emotional component and the thought component of it can actually help reverse these changes we see deep in the nervous system.